everyone, Dr. Antony here with Minnesota Regenerative Institute, and today we'll be hearing from Bonnie regarding her experience with both low back pain and neuropathy in her feet. And so, Bonnie, you first came into the office about 2 months ago, and your two big concerns were low back pain, and then you had neuropathy, diabetic neuropathy in specific.
Right. Actually, the low back pain, I want to describe that further because it was like my hips were in a cement vise. So when I moved, I continued to move and walk, but I couldn't walk distances without extreme pain, really. And so I always judged, can I make it that block or whatever? And that does change your lifestyle. You go to events, the stairs in the arenas, everything was a major effort and something that you had to constantly feel each step. Now that's the lower back part. This rigid spine, if you call it that, but particularly for between the hips. And then the feet, they felt stiff. It was like walking with foreign parts, that didn't feel like it was me anymore.
So your feet didn't feel like
that
were
right.
connected to you.
That's right. They just, it was a part. So I knew that the circulation and whatever was not working, and all of this was getting steadily worse, not better. No matter what I did, there were some days better than others, but it didn't matter because it was taking over.
So both of the issues were slowly getting worse.
Correct.
And both were dramatically impacting what you were able to do.
That's correct.
And you are a very active person.
I always have been. The body has to move, and it wasn't moving as well anymore.
And that's what was causing limitations for you.
Correct.
And
yes.
So upon evaluation, you've been working with neuropathy treatments at home to work on nerves and circulation.
Correct.
And then we've been doing in-office therapy with spinal decompression, chiropractic adjustments, corrective exercises. Fast forward now, 2 months into the process, what are your back and feet like at this point?
I have to say that I have truly regained the ability to move my hips. I now have a gait again when I walk. I feel the flexibility that I used to feel in younger years. That it's night and day. It's night and day. And I realized that the exercise, the whole program, the entire program and everyone associated with it has helped. When they say team, they mean team. And that's the great part of this, because if you got a question about something or there's an answer. There's always an answer. Encouragement is too light a word for this team approach to making someone healthier. It doesn't fully describe when you're working through this process. It does not fully describe how well it's done.
I really appreciate those kind of words.
Well, they're kind words, but they're words that they're based on results. And I would have never dreamt even this far along. And not only that, but I don't ever want to stop.
Right. And
You know, I mean, this is
right. And we still have work to
fabulous.
do. There's improvement
Oh, yes.
left to be made.
Yes, there is. I still have periods of stiffness.
Yeah.
I might overextend myself, possibly because of feeling so much better.
Right.
Well, that I could feel that the next day, but the fact is that it's a different kind of discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's temporary. You know that you're not going to have to live with it. You know, you can much easier live with what we're doing.
So my last question, what would you say is the biggest difference on what you're now able to do compared to 2 months ago?
Well, I haven't pushed myself to, let's say, walk that mile,
Mm-hmm.
or the proverbial 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
I haven't had that kind of goal in mind. But I take stairs better.
Mm-hmm.
My balance is better. It's every day, not so much guarding. You know, I used to have to think about every step that I would take. Now I know that my body is going to respond to it. So I know it's going to be okay. I don't feel vulnerable anymore. I feel like I'm controlling this ship. So the ship isn't going 10,000 steps a day yet, but I'm beginning to think that it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
At where I would have 2 months ago.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
I was happy to.
Yeah. And if you're experiencing low back pain, neuropathy that's causing limitations, give our office a call, and we'll see if you're a candidate for what we do and get you help like we've been able to help Bonnie.
That's for sure.